This tutorial is on how I create the interior of my scrapbooks. You'll need one piece of heavy cardstock measuring 8 1/4 by 3 1/4, scored at the 1/2 inch mark and the 1 inch mark, folded in the same direction on both those score lines. 3 pieces of cardstock that measure 9 1/4 by 8 1/4, scored at the 1/2 inch mark and the 1 inch mark, and those score lines will be folded in the same direction as well. The final sheet is 11 by 8 1/4. It will be scored at the 8 1/4 and 8 3/4 mark, and that will be folded in the same direction as well. This will leave a 2 1/4 inch flap that will be adhered to the interior of your cover for your book. We're going to set this piece aside for now and work with the other 4 pieces. So the 3 pieces that measure 9 1/4 by 8 1/4 and the 1 piece that measures 8 1/4 by 3 1/4 pieces is going to receive score tape on the 1/2 inch flap on each end. Once the score tape is adhered to all of these pieces, we're going to attach them together. We'll be working with these 3 that are the same size first. So we'll take this first one and fold the flaps over so that this base page is showing, and it actually measures 8 1/4 by 8 1/4. The flap is completely underneath. We'll remove the backing to the score tape and adhere this piece to the back side of the other page. Once you have the first one done, you're going to take it so that the 1/2 inch score line gets folded completely under that page, and we'll adhere the 3rd page of 9 1/4 by 8 1/4 cardstock to the back of the rest of the pages. Now we're going to take the 8 1/4 by 3 1/4, and we're going to adhere that to the back of this page so that you have all of these pages looking like this. We're going to fold all of those under and adhere this smaller flap to the rest of the binding system. Once that is done, we'll be taking this final piece and taking our 11 by 8 1/4 piece, and we'll tuck that whole flap under to the final score line. This base page that measures 8 1/4 by 8 1/4 on all sides. So that whole flap is tucked under. And we will adhere this whole thing to that last page. There you have it. You have 4 base pages put together with a 1/2 inch gusset and a 2 1/4 inch flap that will adhere to your interior book cover, holding this whole thing in. It's quick and easy, and it's very effective.